Ready to Love Season 4. Hey, y'all. I cannot believe this week has gotten away from me. Today is Friday, and I haven't really done anything on Ready to Love, but that's because I wasn't sure if I was going to review it. With Chris, the Dusty coming back. But, anyways, I'm going to just go ahead and start just in case I decide because I don't want to be way too behind. I do like to talk about the cast and what I think about them before the show comes on. So I'm gonna do it in three parts. This way the video is not too long because I do have some long videos on here with my lives and some other stuff I do. So I don't want the videos to be so long. Plus, I have a huge surprise for you. A huge surprise for you. Welcome back to Church Girls and Faith Girls Want to Get Married Too. My name is Janice. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out if you can. I am still trying to get to my 10,000 subscribers. I've been trying to get 200 more subscribers in the last 3 weeks, but I know what's going on behind the scenes. So be sure to share this out. If you know somebody that would be interested in my channel, please be sure to tell them. You can email people my link. You could text it out to your friends, share it out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Invite your friends and family. Guess what? The huge surprise is this. I finally sat my behind down and figured out how to share. Yeah! Yes, I finally figured out how to use the sharing app. I know you guys been whining and complaining, and I don't want to make y'all unhappy because I work for y'all. So I sat down last night. I figured it out. I was up early this morning trying to figure it out, and I finally figured it out. So now I could just tell you guys to run on over to Amazon, pick up my book, 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. I don't say the social media too much because it scares the church people off, but it's available on Amazon. Listen, these guys that you're meeting and dating, you need 23 types of guys you might meet. Okay, on social media, you need them because you need to be able to tell, oh, that's so and so, oh, that's so and so in Janice's book. Okay, so if you don't have this, pick it up. If you know somebody that can use this book, hey, send it as a gift. Mother's Day is coming up, and my new book is coming out soon. You will be getting a free sample. Do I have the picture on here of the free sample you're going to be getting very soon? Probably not on here, but I will share it in the next part I do of the Ready to Love, because this is going to be a 3-part. So in the next part, I'll be sure to have the cover for you of the free sample you're going to get. Also, the naked wife. This is what happened when you marry wrong. You will end up being the naked wife. You do not want to be a naked wife, okay? Run on over to Amazon, pick that up for me. My new series, Moments of Gratitude, is also available. It's a brand new series. It is my journal entries that I have written over the years of prayers and thank you and praises and going through. And so it's good to keep a journal. And here is the journal. If you want to keep a journal of everything God is doing or the prayers you've been praying, believing God for your husband, Moments of Gratitude Thank You Journal is an excellent source for you to write down what you've been believing God for. Also, In Christ I Am, that is a 3-book series. It is the book itself, and then it's the journal if you want to practice Bible verses. We don't do that these days anymore, but when I was coming up, and I still do, we had to write down Bible verses and memorize them. So this is a great opportunity for you to be able to do so. And also, it is the prayer journal here where you pray your identity, the Bible verse journal, and this is the book itself available on Amazon. And of course, that is my beautiful daughter, Alexia. Thank you for your love and support. Okay, so I'm gonna do 6, 7, and 6. Okay, in the cast of Ready to Love season 4, and so the first person is Joel. Now, Joel says, "Hi, my name is Joe. I'm 42 years old," and I had to stop. I had to stop because I'm like, Joel can't talk. Okay, I just felt like he can't talk. And you know I don't like no man that can't talk. Okay, he was just eating his words alive, and I if I had met him, I would have just passed him on because I don't like no man that can't talk. Okay, Joel is 42 years old. He says he's a drilling fluids engineer. I didn't know what that meant. I had to ask my husband, Mike, what that meant. He didn't know what it meant either. Okay, and his best friend is an engineer, so I don't know what that means. You know how people be putting on fancy terms on certain words so it could sound good, but you know, whatever. Okay. So he said he is a drilling engineer. He's ready to love because he appreciate love. Okay, that's why you're ready to love, Joe. We all appreciate love, okay? And he said, you see what I'm saying. There's nothing I like man about that. You see what I'm saying? I don't like that, okay? And so he says he describes himself as carefree. He can make anyone laugh. I'm still not laughing. He didn't see not one thing that was funny. Plus, he can't talk, so I wouldn't be interested in what he got to say. Okay. He says something that was interesting. He said his upbringing was self-made. Uh-oh, where's your daddy and your mama? Okay. Then the Bible said, raise a child in the way he or she should go. When they're old, they will not do what? Depart from it. Okay, so I didn't like that, but you know, some people basically raise themselves. Okay. He said he was married. That he have two kids, 8-year-old twins, and sadly, she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and then she died. So I'm very sorry for his loss. The condolences, and the twins don't, they don't have a mom. She was given 90 days to live. 90 days. Jesus have mercy. He said he's all for bringing a woman around his kids. I ain't like that. I don't want nobody around my kid except the one I'm going to marry, okay? And want her to love them more than she loves him. I don't like that either. Because I think a lot of men and women use that as a ploy to get somebody's interest in. Nina did that 2 seasons ago, okay? And ladies, the crazy thing is y'all trying to get a man to like your kids and he don't even know you, okay? And you need to let him get to know you first, and then if he's right, to bring them around your kids, okay? He's old school. He like Janet Jackson and Whitney Houston, all of those girls. And he said, bring it on. You heard? Ooh, I can't stand it, girl. I can't stand it. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with him. Okay. Jason. Okay. Jason is 36 years old. He's a teacher. Initially, I was like, my ears perked up, but I don't like the earrings and something with his voice. I was really, I don't know. I didn't like the voice. Okay. But he's 42 years old. He did have on a very nice suit, and y'all know I love me a man in a nice suit, girl, cousin, okay? And he said he played basketball overseas. He came home, took a girl out, and she asked him if she wanted him to be his sugar daddy. And he said that there were some black women in the restaurant with him, and they looked at him and said, you better not, which tells me the girl was white. Because when he said black woman, there was some older black woman, that means the girl was white, okay? And he was like, no, I don't want to be your sugar daddy, probably because he had a couple of money. Said he was cheated on at work. This is why I don't date people I work with, okay? I don't believe in it. And so he found out she cheated the day before he proposed. There was a group text going around at work, and the people were texting and say how his girlfriend was sleeping around with this one and sleeping around with that one. He confronted her, and the girl said, so I would have said so too, because hey, my new book coming out. Not being a girlfriend when you want to be a wife. She was the girlfriend. She wasn't your fiance or anything. She had no commitment to you. So as far as I'm concerned, she was free and single to date who she wanted to date and give the kitty to. Not that I'm on with giving up the kitty. And that she wanted to. She wasn't engaged to him. So I would be like her too. So, okay, he said his old school wants consistency. He's ready to love because he's getting older. I love this. I love this because this is what my dad says, ladies. You have to allow a man to be ready to want to get married. You can't rush him. He has to come to that understanding in and of himself by his own self. And he says, you know what? I'm getting older. And he said, it would be nice to have a companion, someone to share his life with and to witness his success and his life and grow older together. So ladies, this is what I mean when you can't force a man to be ready. Of course, these sources are courtesy of own network, okay? You have to let him be ready. Let him be ready in and of himself. There's nothing you can do to make a man be ready to get married, okay? Next one is Ron. I don't like him. I don't like Ron because Ron comes off as the prize. Okay. And I don't like men who think they are the prize. Let me tell you why I think he thinks he's the prize. He's 40 years old. He's in corporate sales. He also has 2 small businesses. He's ready to love because he's like the guy that's been in college too long. Here again, he's realizing that he's been playing the jockey or whatever, the college boy that's just sleeping and humping everybody. And you know what? I'm 40. It's time for me to settle down. So he's coming to this realization of himself. Okay. He said what he's doing, he can't do it forever, meaning he can't be screwing all these women forever. This one, that one, this one. And he needs to kind of bring it in and settle it in. Okay. He said he had a fear of the mechanism of marriage. And he said he thinks he fears divorce more than marriage because his parents got divorced. It trampled his dad financially and mentally, and it happened to the daddy twice. Okay. So his parents divorced, and the dad took a hit financially and mentally, but then dad went again and did it again. And so now this has caused him to have a fear of marriage. He says not fear of marriage, but fear of divorce. Okay. He says dating is tough is tough. Listen to what he says carefully. Listen. So many options, it's hard to get someone tied in long enough to weather the storms. Who gonna weather the storms with you with no ring on my finger? Not me. Okay. He said people got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He said women in Houston has been challenging because he's an alpha male and he's direct, and it's been challenging. It's been challenging for him. Okay. Listen to what he says. This is why I don't like him already. He says if the women are genuine, he has a good shot because they will be forced to get to know him. So he is dependent on the woman to do the job for him. They will be forced to get to know him. Okay, not him doing the work to try to get the woman. And then he says, he will show them his best package because they'll be forced to get to know him. I don't like him already. Okay, now we moving on to some of the sisters. VERNEASHIA. Okay, I don't know why her mama named her VERNEASHIA. Jesus have mercy. She's 39 years old. She comes off to me as a typical independent Black woman who don't need a man. I'm gonna tell you why I feel that based on what she says. Okay, VERNEASHIA is 39. She's a salon owner. She's a mom and an entrepreneur. She has 3 daughters that she raised on her own, and she wants to lead by example. She is a strong, independent Black woman, and her daughters will see that they need to also be a strong, independent Black woman. So in other words, you want your daughters to make the decisions you make and struggle the life you make. Because you got 3 daughters. Ain't no word of the baby daddies. Okay, going from man to man, shacking up here, shacking out. Where's the baby daddies? Okay. She's been single for 10 years. She said she was dating a guy before for 8 years. He was a habitual cheater. He paid the bills and everything. Control freak. She was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years. Tell me how you are a stay-at-home mom and you ain't got no husband, ma'am. Listen, ladies, if you don't have any husband, you not a stay-at-home mom who paying the bills. Okay. And she said he didn't want her to work. He wanted to make all the money, control the money. She was young and dumb and in love. She woke up one day and was done. Okay. It looks to me like she has a fake booty. At first I said, oh, she has a nice badung. But then when she made that turn, I was like, fake. Okay. First thing she look at in a man in his heart. You please tell me how you meet a man, ma'am, and you see his heart. Impossible. Impossible. It is impossible, VERNEASHIA, to meet a man and know his heart. And that's why you keep getting in trouble. Because you're doing it wrong. How are you going to see his heart and know his heart when you just meet him? It takes time to trust and get to know somebody, right? She says she need a father figure for her daughter. She has to be able to trust him. Cue the tears. She started crying. This is another crying one. She said possibly meeting her husband in a couple of days is scary. Been in mom mode and has done everything except finding a husband. So you got 3 daughters with no daddy. And instead of you working on finding a husband all these years, you're shacking up with this one and that one, being a strong, independent Black woman, and now the girls are teenagers getting ready to go to college, and now you want to find a father figure for them to be a father girl by. I got a book coming talk about marriage is a goal, baby. Marriage should be a goal. I think it's in my new book. Okay. Moving on. Chrysalum. Why her mama named her that? I don't know, child. Chrysanthemum. Chrysalum is 39. They call her Chris. She's a flight attendant. I feel like she's trying to be an Instagram model because she was walking down the street. You could tell the camera was there. And she's smiles. Mm, mm. And she looks old to be 39. I don't know if she's lost some weight or something, but she looks really old for 39, in my opinion. Okay. I just don't think at 39 you should already be sagging. But that's me. I have good skin. Okay. Let me tell you what I don't like about Chrysalum. Men are intimidated by her. Any woman that says men are intimidated by her, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Okay? Watch out. I think she crazy. Ladies, if you feel like men are intimidated by you, swallow it. Don't you dare say it. Because it's not the men, it's you. You're super masculine, trying to get you a masculine man. And when you meet a masculine man, he figures out you're just like him, masculine, and he don't want nothing to do with you. Okay? So she's a flight attendant. She said men are intimidated for her by being a flight attendant because they feel like she has a man in every city. And she was like, I can, but I don't. And if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, I won't need to. She comes off as real ghetto. And the ghetto ones, I just can't be bothered. Okay. She said she's a social butterfly dating in Houston. She hasn't experienced it because you meet someone and she was like, okay, see you in 6 days. She said no one keeps in touch with while she's gone. For some reason they think the phone don't work. No, they just think you're crazy. Your initial interaction to the man, they weren't interested in, so they don't want to be bothered the same way I don't want to be bothered when I meet guys and I know I don't want to talk to them again. So it's not the man, Chrysalum. It's you, baby, okay? She said it's like no one takes relationships seriously. Well, what relationship? You say you ain't been in no relationship. So what relationship you talking about? It's typical woman behavior where you meet a man and you just want him to commit to you right away and he don't know you. Okay? She said she wants a man to be a provider and all of a sudden I like her. I'm trying to like her, okay? She wants a man to be a provider. And she's not building a man. He must already be built. She's ready to love because she wants her best friend, travel buddy, and some other stuff. I want to like her because she says she wants a provider. So that kind of tells me she realized what she needs, but then all the other stuff is not lining up for her. Like, men are intimidated by me. They're not calling. And you're not realizing, Christian, that you're the problem. It's not the men. Okay. Moving on to Alexis. I want to like Alexis, but unfortunately, Alexis comes off really masculine to me, and I don't really like that. Alexis, of course, because she reminds me of my daughter, Alexis. She looks like my daughter, Alexis. And I think she's pretty. She's a beautiful girl. She's Alexis Fly Jones. She's 35. She's a local TV producer. Was married 5 years to a pastor. And she said lots of first ladies feel like they're on the back burner because pastors make church their wives. I have it in this book. No, this book. The Mistress. My Husband's Mistress, I think it's called. Okay, I might read that for y'all. Okay. A lot of pastors don't know how to balance out the church and their wives, and so they mess up their marriages. Okay. She said people was calling at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, talk about they want pastor to call. And she's like, I'm sleeping with my husband. Okay, and they need to wait. She has a son. And she said, I don't like this. With a lot of Black women, you make a huge mistake here. She said, I might not have a man now, but I have a little man, and he's the man of the house. The baby, the 5-year-old, is the man of the house. Please tell me how. Please tell me how he's the man of the house. And see, ladies, especially you with boys, you make him the man of the house, then you bring a man in the house, and then you dethrone the little boy, and now he started having all these friction and issues with the man that you brought in to be the man of the house. Your son is your son. Your son is your child. He is not the man of the home. Please, mamas, stop making your children your man and stop making them the men of the house, because they're not. They're kids. Stop putting all the responsibility on them that they're not ready for. Okay, so I didn't like that. Okay. She said he's the head of the house. How? I don't know. Dating in Houston, she says. And she says like she has SCX on her forehead. Well, yeah, if you give sex, sell sex, walk sex, smell like sex, and you gonna be sex. Okay, Mr. Sex is in here. Mr. Sex is all up in here, baby. Pick it up on Amazon so you don't walk around smelling like, looking like, feeling like, talking like, acting like sex, ladies. Okay. She said when it comes down, she said they come up to her, they say, oh, you so cute and all of that. But she said when it comes down to talking about a commitment, they said no. So you tell me, Alexis, how you trying to get the strange man you just met to be in a committed relationship with you? Make it make sense to me. I don't understand. I don't understand how a man comes up to you and compliment, that's like, hey, you're so cute, and all of a sudden you want to talk about a relationship, a commitment. You don't know him and he don't know you. So how you want him to commit to you, sister? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, sis. I don't know. Make it make sense to me. Okay, so they said no. She said she wants someone who treats her like a queen. She wants romance. She wants the Notebook. She says she's ready to compete. This is why I don't like. She's real masculine. I'm ready to compete. She says she don't like alone. She don't like to sleep alone. Wait a minute. You was the first lady. You wasn't saved, sis. You were not saved being the first lady. Oh my God. Okay. She says she's gonna go hard in the paint. I say hard in the paint. I had to rewind about 10 times to hear what I thought she said hard. I thought she said hard in the pants. Hard in the paint. I don't know what that means. And she comes off as super masculine to me. And I didn't like that because I want to like her, but I don't like that she's super masculine. Okay. That's the first 6. I'm going to come back and do 7, and then I'm going to come back later and do 6. And I hope to watch live with y'all tonight. Remember, my book's on Amazon. Listen, you need this book, y'all. 23 Tesla guys you might meet. Tell you all about these guys my journal, Moments of Gratitude journal, the Moments of Gratitude book itself. The Naked Wife is available. In Christ is also available. I'll be doing maybe a 2 or 3 week series out of In Christ I Am with Sister Paige about Married at First Sight. Always talking about God, honey. Talking about all this bull crap, but you don't know your identity in Christ. I absolutely love and adore you. I will see you all later. Come on back. I'm gonna be doing the other 7. Okay. So let me know what you think about what I've said about the cat so far. Love you. Bye.